And now here's a look at what's going on around the world. The final steps of the plan to rescue the trapped Chilean miners is undergoing. The final steps include placing steel tubing along the path that will be used to take the miners out. About 15 or 16 tubes will be placed. If all goes well, the first miner will be taken out on Wednesday.
The Israeli cabinet approved Sunday an amendment to a citizenship law that will require new citizens to declare their loyalty to a Jewish democratic state. Now that that decision has passed 22-8 in the cabinet, the amendment will be taken up by Israel's parliament to be passed into law. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu showed strong support for the amendment, despite critics saying the amendment is undemocratic and will harm relations with the country's Arab population. Israel is home to around 6 million Jewish citizens and 1.5 million Arab citizens.
All right, and now here's Scott with a look at our Class Day forecast.
Well, we should see starting off this morning a little chilly at 44 degrees, and then as we head up into like the lunchtime hours, it's going to be mostly cloudy skies, but high of 56. So it's going to be a nice sunny, nice good day. So.
Good, that's always what we like to hear, seasonal. I mean, we can't really complain. It's not going to be 70s like it was on Friday, right? But it's not going to be cold and no frost, right? So
yeah.
So that's always good. I don't have to turn the heat on in my house yet, so saving money, that's good. All right, thanks, Scott. A group of German Catholics want to do away with Santa Claus because of the fictional figure's commercial hype and replace him with St. Nicholas and the selfless giving they say he represents. Reuters is reporting that even before shops fill with Santa-themed goodies, a Catholic aid organization has begun calling for Santa Claus-free zones. The organization sees Santa as an invention of the advertising industry designed to boost sales, and as a representative of consumer society who has little to do with the historical figure of St. Nicholas. So what do you think? Getting rid of Santa Claus?
I don't know. Getting rid of Santa Claus makes you think of the Grinch. It doesn't seem like Christmas.
You're right. It does. It really does. It takes away from Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be about what you take out of the holiday season. I don't know if you can really get rid of Santa at this point. He's a staple.
Exactly.
He really is. Now, and I mean, I get what they're coming from. It's very commercialized holiday. It's all about the giving and everything else. But it's really not Santa Claus's fault. I mean, that's more the society's fault, right?
He's a pretty jolly guy. I don't think he's aiming for it.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on in sports? I guess we got an update from the Phillies game. Is that correct?
It's 2-0 Phillies, and that's big because the Phillies are leading the series 2-0. They win this game, they move on to the AL or the NLCS, and they're pretty much the favorites right now in that neck of the woods. But the Monday Night Football game is the big story in sports.
All right, I was going to get there, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Well, I'm ready to talk about it. Randy Moss making his second debut with the Minnesota Vikings is going to be a very big moment in the NFL season. Can the Vikings really take over the league? Are the Jets still the team to beat? Who knows? That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, and so do you have any recaps from today's NFL games? Did you watch anything today?
We did. We watched some games. I thought the most enticing game of the day was the Colts versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because Peyton Manning had a subpar game, yet they were still able to beat the Chiefs. Chiefs, of course, the only remaining undefeated team going into today. Not so much at the end of the day. Peyton Manning gets it done. So.
All right. Well, thanks for that. So who's coming up for family weekend next weekend? You got your family coming up, Joe?
Mom and Dad and Ben and Luke, the little brothers.
Aw, that's exciting. Are you going to show them around campus?
Yeah, we only live in Liverpool, so they've seen the
so
campus
it's
quite a
a
few
short
times.
drive, yeah.
That's not far.
But they love walking around, so.
Yeah, and what about you, Sammy?
Yeah, my family's coming out, my parents, my little brothers. The big thing that my little brothers really want to see is the dining hall, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they can't get enough
It's all about the food, I guess.
Yeah, that Cooper has ice cream all the time. That's what they're really excited for.
That's always
Really
good fun.
I know, my family's coming up as well. We'll be coming up Sunday. I'm trying to sell Oswego to my sister to get her to come here. So
Oh,
this is
really?
hopefully she'll be up here so I can
Is she
show
a
her
senior?
around. She's actually a junior, so she's just beginning the
Oh.
college search, and I'm gonna talk it up, show her the studio. Hopefully we'll get her to come
Another
here, so.
journalism major?
Well, she's looking at creative writing, so we're looking around different schools.
You could do
so.
both.
Yeah, you could definitely come to Oswego for that. So, all right, and that's going to do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team,
I'm Joe Manganiello.
I'm Scott Shibley.
I'm Samantha Yeh.
and I'm Barry Wygel. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.